Well, Jackie, never thought I'd be doing a Williams send-off again. But I figured I should, because I'm shipping out. And it's what we do. But there ain't gonna be a song. No dancing. No red velvet cake. Because this is a funeral. And I don't have the footage from your first send-off to watch, so this'll have to do. All these years without a family, I never felt lonely. So long as I kept hoping you were out there, brother. Annoying people, knocking their elbows before a shot, making them feel better. Only thing I know is, you belonged out here. Felt you were needed. Felt a way I couldn't. And never will. So, this last one's for you, Jackie. For your last assignment. You don't need to find your way home. 'Cause you're already there.
Welcome back, my legends, and today I'm going to explain why Jackson Williams is not dead. Now, if you've been doing the firing range challenges, you will kind of know that Ray found some information about Jackson, that apparently Jackson died 5 years ago in some kind of incident, in that unfortunately they found his dog tags in a so-called body that matches his height, weight, and blood type. Now, for story reasons, it's pretty obvious that Jackson's not dead, but I can actually prove using the writer's own Apex lore to show you that Jackson did not die. But in order to do that, I first have to show you a timeline of the order of events between Bangalore and Jackson. I'm not going to go into full background detail. I have a video here if you're interested to know what this all means. But the first major detail you need to know is that this all started in the year 2715, where Jackson and Bangalore were fighting in the Battle of Gridiron. Now, what happened is that Bangalore got injured by a pilot. Jackson found her, took her to the Hestia, and basically Jackson realized that the whole battle was a lost cause, ignored his orders to get into attack formation, and fled to the Outlands. What happened is that they were able to make it there and crash land on the planet Gia in the year 2716. Now, after Jackson and Bangalore kill Scryer, they take his ship and call it the Hestia 2, and they're on the run from the IMC for the next 5 years. In the year 2721, this is the event where Bangalore loses Jackson in the planet Solus. What happened is that there was some kind of grenade, it explodes, and I'm guessing that Jackson's the one that pulls his sister into safety while he's the one that goes into space, entering Solus's atmosphere. Now, we know for a fact that he survived because Bangalore does say that he always puts on his jump pack every morning, and I'm guessing this is how he survived re-entering the planet's atmosphere. Now, we know Jackson for a fact survived all this because 6 years later, in the year 2727, Bangalore, after getting help from Crypto from his USB encryption key, was able to find this video on Jackson in Dr. Singh's labs where he tells his parents that he misses them, giving Bangalore hope that Jackson is still out there somewhere. Now, according to Ray, what happened is that 2 years later, apparently Jackson died in some kind of incident in Solus. We don't know what exactly happened, and that in the year 2732, the records of Jackson were lost. And then we go back where we are in the year 2734, where Rafe gives the bad news to Bangalore that she found Jackson's dog tags and that apparently he's dead. Now, this is where my theory starts, that Jackson is still alive. You see, my legends, there's these comics called the Overtime comics. Now, these comics are complete crap, and the story in my eyes is not 100% canon, but it does have details that are considered 100% canon. For example, the whole briefcase thing and what's inside it, that's 100% canon. Revenant killing QW, that's also canon, as much as I don't like how it was handled. But also this very important detail about Jackson. Now, in the third Overtime comic, what happens is that Bangalore sees somebody wrong with a jacket that she recognizes as her brother's jacket, and so what happens is that she knocks him down and tells him, him where did he get that jacket, and he said that he got this jacket from somebody from the hospital because they were going to cut it off. Now this is big, my legends, because what this means is that Jackson is alive. You see, the Overtime comics canonly takes place in the year 2733. How do I know this? Because in the final page of Overtime Comic 4, we see all the legends celebrating their victory over QW, and the last new legend that you see there is Rampart. Not Horizon, not Fuse, not Ash, Rampart, meaning that technically this happens in the year 2733. But how is that possible if Jackson died in the year 2729? Who was the guy getting surgery that they stole the jacket from? Now some of you are going to say, Kevin, what if they originally stole Jackson's jacket and then they stole it again? That makes no sense and that's too convoluted. I know it is, because in the 4th Overtime comic they kind of try to retcon the whole event of this guy admitting that he stole this jacket from somebody in the hospital. That's why you see there's no mention of it, because they realized that they accidentally spoiled that Jackson is alive. So thanks, my legends, for watching this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.